Hello there, viewers, subscribers, and haters. Today we're taking a look at the downfall of Motorsports Games, how they went from being the next big thing in the NASCAR gaming industry to becoming the laughingstock of the entire racing industry. Before we get into this video though, I am new to YouTube, and you can help me by subscribing and liking this video. It really helps me out and it costs you nothing. So I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of finances, their other licenses for other motorsports, just the NASCAR side of things, just to keep this moving along. And okay, let's roll. Let's get into this video. Motorsports Games acquired the exclusive license in 2018, and it looked like things would only improve from there. NASCAR Heat 5 was released, and it was a reskin of Heat 4. Fans were getting skeptical, but the development of a new game being built from the ground up with Unreal 4, a game engine with next-level graphics, and an R-Factor 2 physics engine, a game engine that has realistic physics. The community had high expectations heading into 2021. While this game was being developed, the COVID-19 pandemic happened, stopping everything except iRacing. While the world was told to shelter in place, NASCAR drivers raced in the NASCAR Pro Invitational Series. More and more people were gaining interest in the NASCAR gaming. By the time 2021 started, the hype train was big and moving fast for the new NASCAR game. Most games usually don't meet expectations, but that is not what happened for the game, if you call it that. NASCAR 21 Ignition released, but it was terrible. The cars weren't just totally undrivable, but the AI drove worse than your 5-year-old sister playing Mario Kart. There was random visible objects on certain tracks, and the career mode wasn't that immersive. Fans were outraged. You would think that Motorsports Games would fix their mistake. Well, they didn't. After a year of patches, their game still was terrible. To add insult to injury, they delayed the next installment of their franchise to 2023. But they promised to add the next-gen cars to Ignition and Heat 5. The already outraged fans still were skeptical, but at least they were trying, right? Nope. Ignition's 2022 DLC released right on track, along with a new game for Switch called Rivals, that was more or less a NASCAR Heat 5 reskin. The NASCAR Heat 5 DLC was delayed due to audio problems. 1 month later, nothing. 2, 3, 4 months later, we were still radio silent for Motorsports Games. Many in the community started to wonder if the DLC had been scrapped and Motorsports Games was trying to keep it under wraps. Well, in June of 2023, they finally released it, 8 months behind schedule, and halfway through the next season of racing. Fans were outraged. They called for blood. Well, sort of called for blood, but they were close to that. When the DLC released, it broke people's games. Motorsports Games was silent about it, said they would fix it. They did eventually fix it, but it didn't stop fans from trying to bash the company further, which they succeeded in doing. NASCAR gaming reached an all-time low. It was so bad that the community wanted anything. Even pay-to-play developer EA was rumored to pick up the license. They did make games in the early 2000s to late 2000s for NASCAR, but that's a video for another time. Fast forward to October 2023. Sorry, I got my years mixed up there, but October 2023, and we got the announcement that iRacing had bought the exclusive license to NASCAR games, and a game would release in 2025. The community was like happy. They were ecstatic. They were done. They were still livid at Motorsports Games, but they were finally happy that they didn't have to deal with all the crap that Motorsports Games was telling them and giving them. When Ignition came out, it was the low for NASCAR gaming. They had never been lower. The game was terrible. And that's really when I started following NASCAR gaming. It was crazy 2.5 years where we still were uncertain about our games, and would NASCAR gaming become like IndyCar gaming? Sorry, IndyCar fans, that y'all haven't had a good game or a game in 20 years, and y'all got hyped up for one that Motorsports Games decided not to do. Yeah, I feel bad for y'all. Anyway, so that's the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I wish iRacing the best of luck with their game, and my expectations are high, but not too high. Just as long as it's good and we aren't stuck with a game that isn't really a game, but more of a terrible show. So that's it. Be sure. See ya.